Welcome to the Strikezones to Endzone podcast featuring Trey Ballard. It's like SportsCenter with a lot more shit talking.
Yeah, they go out of their way to make the U.S. Open be a nightmare for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the point of it.
I mean, yeah, you're getting paid.
And that's why Tiger crushes so much, because he's just the king of impossible shots.
Yeah.
So that's why he's breaking his kneecap doing it.
Literally.
Yeah.
No, literally.
I mean, that's what he did.
They were talking about something with how they did the grass.
Wasn't the hookers from Chili's?
Applebees. Don't be an asshole.
Hey,
Don't be insensitive.
Applebee's, your neighborhood bar and grill, man.
Fuck Applebee's. I'm sorry. I'm a Chili's
I'm
guy.
a Chili's too, but I think he was.
I mean, I never knew that there was a competition between the two. I always liked them both equally.
Bro, you haven't lived.
Dude, yeah.
It's crazy.
Come on. So if you were to go to a restaurant, if you had to pick one of the chain ones, you have Chili's, you have Fridays, you have Applebee's, you have like all those types. What would you choose?
I mean, this is the thing. I'm choosing.
Throw a Bennigan's in there.
I'm going to Chili's, but that's like I'm choosing them for different reasons though.
Okay, so
that's why I never knew there was a competition, because I'm not going, like, I don't put my going to Applebee's in the same discussion as me going to Chili's. Like, I'll go to Chili's. Like, if I got a week and I had to pick one of those two every day, but I can only pick one,
right,
I would probably go to Chili's 5 of the 7 days. I would still hit my Applebee's twice. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to Applebee's for different reasons than Chili's, to be honest.
Okay.
See, I didn't know that. I never grouped those together. Huh?
The Flair.
The Flair.
Not even
sure, by the way, I'm pretty sure Fridays went out of business.
I think they're only in the airport.
Yeah, Fridays go or whatever.
Or maybe it's gone. Yeah. But the Flair, I guess you could say, but also, I mean, I don't know, Applebee's the fact that it stays open so late, it just attracts a different kind of crowd. So if you don't want to go to an actual like bar,
right,
but you still want to get that feel, personally, Applebee's is that. But you can also have fun in the restaurant portion of it.
But
you know what I mean?
Who has fun at an Applebee's?
Depends on the DJ. We had one in Denton. We had one in Denton that there was not even the DJ, but who was on the aux. What coworker or what person working there was on the aux. Because we used to go to one in Denton because it was actually like you would go in there to turn up. Like you was actually going in there. Like I'm going to Chili's to eat and like have a good time.
It's a little more sophisticated.
Yeah, like legit. I'm going to Chili's to like enjoy my time at Chili's. We was legit going to Applebee's for like pre-games, or you was going there to like
you're going to Chili's to like
up.
Meet your girlfriend's parents. You're going to Applebee's.
We're kicking it at Chili's. But like Applebee's, you was in there and you was more so like you were having a good time. Like honestly, you was straight up having a good time. That was just us. I don't know. Like, that's why I didn't know this, because I was like,
we're your Sunday best. We're going to Applebee's.
I mean,
guys.
I'm just like, that's
all those franchises had like their competition too, like Red Lobster and Sizzler.
I ain't never had Sizzler, but I know Red Lobster was crazy.
I heard there was beef though.
We used to go to Red Lobster like crazy, bro.
I've never been to Red Lobster.
What? I haven't either.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Why?
Oh my goodness.
We lived on the East Coast. Like, why would I go,
bro? Because the biscuits.
That's like me saying like you haven't lived if you haven't gone to the Olive Garden.
I mean, back in the day,
they got competition. They got Carrabba's, Macaroni Grill.
Yeah, but back in the day, Olive Garden was going crazy.
Yeah. Well, so my big thing in college was On the Border.
On the Border was crazy
you
too.
Get a tortilla soup, which was like a fucking 2 meal.
Oh, that was like the sit down. I was thinking Cadoba for a minute.
No. So, but On the Border, you can get like a bowl of seated.
Yeah, Wes would do his laundry in that fucking soup, dude. He got that thing every single time we went there.
I spent my money on booze and drugs, so I don't think I had to eat at some point.
Tortilla soup.
It was $4.
I don't think I ever really ate it On the Border. But we would go there. But we would go there to get some margaritas and get in a pregame. It was a nice pregame.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. Was like a lot of these places for us was pregames. Right. We wasn't there to actually sit and have a good time. We was having a pregame. We was moving to we was getting right.
The first place me and Wes went to Wilmington was Chili's. Yeah, I forgot the bar or the waitress's name, but we would go back and just hang out. We spent a decent amount of. Chili's isn't expensive, but like
that's what I'm doing.
But to get drunk at Chili's is not cheap though.
No, those margaritas they give you in those little shakers though, we must have stole like 20 of them.
Yeah,
Presidente.
But those things are just watered down and
they're like $8. So that's where
what I'm saying, fellas.
It's really hard to get drunk.
I'm kicking it at Chili's. Because it's a little more expensive of a ticket. But when I'm at Applebee's and you put a $1 Michelob Ultra in my face.
Oh, they did $1 Michelob.
What are you talking about? That's what I'm trying to put you on game, Wes. We was in there turning up.
What? No.
Trey's hosting like baptism receptions.
I'm just telling you. I'm trying to explain to you, bro. I'm trying to put you on game, bro.
Applebee's we was going, strip club
bro, they deals was crazy, bro.
Okay, maybe in Denton, but for
it must have been a Denton thing because, bro, what?
Because if I told Matt, I was like, "Yo, let's go to Applebee's," he'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Shit, my friends was gonna be like, "How drunk are we?" I'd been like, my friend's first question would have been, "Where are we taking this? Like, how drunk are we getting? Where are we taking this?" It's one of those kind of nights. Where are we taking this?
Okay.
Is this gonna end up at the bars, or are we gonna go to the bars?
So what's the difference between the bars?
The bars is if you want to go to the square and be sophisticated, like Matt was saying. Like if you want to take Chili's to the bars, you're gonna go to the square and be a little more sophisticated with the older folks.
So that's like the $5 beers.
Cheaper than that.
Okay, so
yes, the squares they're gonna be the craft beers and all that shit.
Okay.
Now going to Fry Street is the college scene. That's where you're gonna go to the bars, where it's just gonna get grimy and
yeah, we all had those
like
places.
penny beers and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That was
dollar dubs from 9 to 11. You know what I mean? Dollar double. You get a double vodka soda for $1. You know what I mean?
Like tip your bartenders and you like make a wish, just like flick it at them.
Literally.
Yeah, there was Rum Runners that did the unlimited like all you can drink.
Wasn't that the Dueling Pianos?
Yeah. Rum Runners, and I remember just sitting there. I'm like, here's $60. Here's your tip. Just leave that bottle right in front of me.
Yeah, bro. Like
I loved it.
It was like the place that gave you like punch bowls with 5 straws. Like everybody got chlamydia. It was disgusting.
We had one of those. We had one of those, Matt. And the name of the place, believe it or not, still is the name, is Dirty Dicks.
Like Richard? Or just
dirty?
Yes.
Let's see what they did there.
But Dirty Dicks is the name of the bar.
We're just getting some. So would you say you're going to get your dick on?
No, I don't think.
I ever go to Dirty Dicks.
But like, you would get a fishbowl and you would get get the straws. I mean, I don't know if anybody ever said that, bro. But like, I mean, shit. Some people could have been thinking.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, let's go get dick down, dude.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that. But and I mean,
pretty sure you got beat up for that.
Yeah. Well, not in Denton, bro. Not in Denton, bro. Because you know it's a little different. Like it's a little smorgasbord of shit. Yeah, you find people with blue and pink hair and shit out there all the time. So. But no, it's cool, bro. It's our school. It's dope, bro.
Yeah,
I really, shout out Go Mean Green. You always know we're gonna rep. Yeah. And listen, I'm telling y'all, bro. Whenever you would go from Applebee's to Fry Street,
okay,
it was over with. Like your night was gonna end so crazy. It was just a combination of things, bro. It's just how it happened.
No, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like I want to hear your college experience.
Oh, I'm just telling you, bro. That's why Applebee's and Chili's are just on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Oh, okay.
There was no beef in my mind. That was just why I was getting at. Okay. No beef.
Wasn't even a comparison.
No beef.
Yeah,
I'm not. If I had to pick one for the rest of my life, I'm picking Chili's. Don't get it twisted. But if I can keep Applebee's with me, cool.
Your
have them in the back pocket. Yeah. You know what I mean? Have it in the back pocket.
Chili's with Applebee prices.
Yeah,
right in that sweet
you know
spot.
what I mean? Like we gotta have Applebee's on the side.
Yeah, it's your gumad. So. So all right. So what were we talking about before? We were talking about the U.S. Open.
Well, we got U.S. Open, but it was just first round, so we
there's a lot of golf left.
Give a little acknowledgement there. I mean, last night obviously we had Game 3 of the finals. The Pacers did win that. It was at 116 to 107. So big home win for them to go up 2-1. Again, both of my predictions right now in both sports are looking shaky, but hopefully again, if it happens, they're gonna be in 7. It looks like so. I said I hope they both go to 7, so we'll see.
So but you guys all guessed this was going to be 7 games. But
everybody, I don't think anybody outside the state of Indiana picked the Pacers to win this.
Yeah,
like nobody. They lost the Thunder lost to one Eastern Conference team this year.
Oh wow!
Like I don't even know who. I can't remember, but they lost to one Eastern Conference team. They won 66 games, something like that.
68.
Yeah, that's pretty solid, not gonna lie.
Like that's such a and the Pacers I believe were like a 5 or 6 seed with a month left to go. And I think that's where they finished too, but they were not I mean they went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Right.
But that's because again, I can't really say it now because they did beat them fair and square this year, but the Knicks were down 3 men.
Yeah, they was hurt.
Brunson, like they were banged up, but so I kind of gave them a pass, but then everyone said it was luck, and I guess they took it personal.
They took that. I was just about to say they took that, and I took that personally.
Yeah.
I'm about to find who did they lose to in the East? Because they did have one. Oh, Celtics. Milwaukee.
Who?
The Thunder.
Oh, the one
they lost to Milwaukee in December.
I thought you meant who the Pacers lose to.
And now they've lost 2 games to the East so far.
3.
Oh, so
well, I mean,
2 teams.
So has there been like any highlights or what is like? So obviously,
I mean, again, the Thunder were up, I think 15 early. And then last time I checked, it was back to they were coming from behind and they got a good system over there. I mean, the coach is really just putting it together, but
the Hoosiers, baby.
Yeah, but the Thunder, again, they're the youngest team in the league, I believe. And second
they lost to Cleveland. They lost the NBA Cup game to Milwaukee. That's what that is. I'm like, what the fuck?
Those don't even count as standings.
They don't.
Right?
That's why
extra games.
They don't. That's why I was. That's why I looked at it like that.
Yeah.
Or that's why it was like. That.
Each player gets $100,000 to win.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
crazy.
That is. I mean, for guys on like 10-day contracts, that's a lottery.
Right.
But LeBron sneezes that.
Yeah. So what is?
I'm pretty sure when they won 2 years ago, LeBron said he gave like some of the guys his check and stuff like that. Which I mean, you kind of should do.
Right. What do you mean you gave him his check? Like literally?
So if you win the NBA Cup, they do in the middle of the season. It's kind of like the first quarter, the second quarter of the year. But every player gets $100,000 for when the in-season tournament. Mm-hmm. Oh, every player on the roster. So the guys that are, like I said, on like 10-day contracts, like league minimums and stuff, that's
big. That's a huge lot of money.
Like, yeah,
that's huge.
And then LeBron's list, like, dude, I sneezed at that. Yeah. Okay, I get it now. Yeah.
No, literally.
Well, that was nice.
Well, I mean, they should when you're making $60 million a year, like
type shit.
Yeah, worth $1 billion.
The fucking Suns are supposed to be offering Devin Booker a 2-year $150 extension.
I saw that.
$75 a year.
No, they're trying to pair him, and if we get Durant instead of Giannis, they're saying they want to send Karl Anthony Towns there so they can pair them to from back in Kentucky, which would be a good future for them. But
that'd be cool. But like,
I don't know how we're gonna do both with him, with Giannis and KD. I mean, if they just do a straight swap with Kat and Durant, that's one thing. But we're gonna have to give up.
Yeah, I'm starting to think. I don't know if Giannis is gonna leave though. Now it's just
there's different reports. They're saying like, but if they can bring another guy in there, and then I mean, because Dame's not coming back next year.
Be back, yeah.
And by the time he comes back, let's say arguably the following season, he's going to be what, 35,
36? Yeah, he's gonna be older than that.
Coming off an Achilles, like that's wild.
That's not a good injury for him to be coming back from.
Yeah. But I mean, I was about to say they still have Kuzma, but then I'll just smack myself. Like, I mean, he can play, but I mean, I don't know. If I was him, I'd get out of there because I mean, Giannis is still only 30. Yeah, like, he's not an old guy, and you're technically your athletic prime.
He's still gonna have like 3 or 4 more years of playing at the level he's at.
Yeah, he'll be MVP player for the next 4 years or so. But and again, like with how everyone's training in medicine now, like people's primes. They used to say people's primes was 27 to 32, 33.
Exactly. But nowadays it's even.
Yeah, I mean,
it can start sooner and it can end a lot further or a lot further along.
Yeah, for sure.
Bron, like you said, he definitely is one of them dudes, man. That is showing that you can keep going crazy.
Yeah, if you want to, but
yeah.
But Giannis is one of those guys too that we were talking about. Again, like KD, like he just loves basketball. Like that's all he wants to do. That's his only focus. Is just he wants to play,
and he'll do whatever it takes to continue to take care of himself to do that.
But I think it's good for him too. Like no one in Milwaukee's gonna bat an eye or like boom. Like you
gave him a championship.
13 years,
and you gave him a championship.
You're there
multiple
12,
MVP
years.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, you did your thing. Like he did what only one other Hall of Famer's ever done, and two, I guess was it. Well, he was Lou Alcindor at the time.
Yeah,
Kareem, and then
Oscar
Robertson. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, he's done his thing. Like if I was him, like for his brand, like his people are like, dude, like go to a big market. Like,
else,
even his wife is probably like, dude, let's get the fuck out of here.
No, honestly, bro.
Do we want to be here?
Yeah, but he's such a loyal guy, especially because he comes from humble beginnings. That he's like they drafted him, they saved his life. So I feel like he feels a debt of gratitude to him, which I get.
Saved his life, saved his family.
Makes even more likable. Yeah,
they took care of his brothers when they didn't have to. Like they've been good to him, so I understand where he's coming from. Like I owe these guys, but at the same time, like they're probably even like, dude, like we're good.
Yeah, like you brought us a championship.
Yeah, like if you want to stay.
And on top of that, you got to remember a lot of times, like because they got new ownership. So the Celtics and them about to go through the same thing. Like a lot of times, owners want to do it their way. You know what I mean? Like it don't matter. Like what happened with the last people that was in here? Cool. I don't give a fuck. This is my shit now. I want to do it how I want.
If Dame didn't get hurt in the way that he did and the injury he got, it'd be a different story.
Right.
Because they only had like 1.5 years play together. Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah. Literally.
So you get like a full offseason together, like that'd be a whole different. I mean, it's a huge what if, like not a what if. I mean, it's not happening, but that'd be a different story. But now, I think he should. And even if it's not the Knicks, if I were him, I would just want to go somewhere
else. Yeah. I mean, even Miami.
Yeah, I even saw. I mean, it's a different city,
and it's not even a big because people like Miami's really not like a big market, like in that sense. Like, it's not the level of New York.
It's
like
not New York, LA, Chicago. It's not like
it's that, Miami, but it's not.
B. Yeah, it's there. I mean, Milwaukee's a.
Well, I'm just saying, Milwaukee's down there, Detroit, all them type of cities.
Yeah, but the other rumor I was seeing was that him and KD have been talking about teaming up in Toronto, which again is like that's cool for
just as cold.
Well, I'm talking about from like a winning standpoint. I mean, Toronto's bigger. I mean, it's like
I would need to see KD go to Toronto though, like willingly.
After those people booed him when he injured his Achilles and stuff. Like,
but KD don't strike me as a person that would like willingly go to Canada. Bro. I'm gonna be like he a DC cat. Like I would need to see that happen, honestly. Like, because I mean, this has got to be a trade, and they're trying to work through options. I can see it maybe because if it's only gonna be for like 2 years, 3 years, maybe, but like KD just don't strike me as a person that would want to go to.
Let's say, for argument's sake, which I don't see happening, but you never know the way this year's gone. Let's say the Pacers blow out the next 2 games.
Yeah,
and he's like, "What if I go
back to OKC?"
Because we talked about this last time. If they won, I would have been like, "There's no way he goes." Right. But if they get blown out like the next couple of games and they win 4-1, which again don't see happening,
get Chet ass out of there.
They have so many first round picks. That's perfect
and
for everybody.
Get Chet ass out of there. Chet is so.
I wouldn't give him a hard time for that. I mean, no, it's not as bad as Golden State.
I still will always tell people. Obviously, you don't agree with the decision to go to Golden State the way it happened, but for people to say that his rings don't count, I'm like, bro, that man can literally come and put them in front of your face. The ring, he got the rings.
Of course they count, and he was the best player on the team. It's right. Like he went there, but at the same time, too, like it's so much more clear now that we see what he is. Like he just wants, like he always keeps saying, he just wants to go. He doesn't want to be a leader.
Yeah,
and that was the perfect thing. It was all set for him. Steph and Draymond were technically leaders. I mean, Clay did his thing, and Clay's the man. But
I mean, he the type, bro.
All he had to do was just insert him, and he just wants to,
and he fit right in.
Yeah.
Like he the type of dude, bro. You tell your homies we finna go to open gym, and you like, yeah, I'm gonna bring my homie with me. Yeah. He show up, all he got is his shoes and his clothes that he hooping in, and he gonna go straight home afterwards. He not finna kick it. Like he want to go home. Like he just want to hoop and go home.
I feel like Kevin Durant was like that guy that was playing like knockout in 21 until like the sun went down.
Yeah, he was going to hoop and go home.
Yeah,
that's it.
So I think that would be. Again, like that scenario, like again, now look at it now because like he's not that kind of like he doesn't seem like a very vocal guy, but he does just want to like play. So that's what I'm saying. Like now we look back at it in retrospect, that was like the perfect fit for him.
Yeah.
And again, like as soon as that happened too, like it's also a bigger even compliment to him because as soon as he went, like everyone was just like, well, there go the next 3. Like it's not even going to be fun. I mean, it was. I guess. I mean, they did almost lose to Houston.
Yeah.
Like if
that was a good series.
If Chris Paul didn't get hurt, and James Harden didn't shoot 1 for 27 or something.
Remember the whole team. What was it? They went 1 for 43 or 2 for something like that.
Bad.
They had the most consecutive misses, 3-point misses in the playoffs ever, or something like that.
It was horrible, and that team was solid too.
Oh, that was a great.
That was a good.
That was
team.
the best team that they had around James Harden. Like that. Yeah. If you were going to surround James Harden with a team, because remember they tried to do it with Dwight, and obviously Clint was the ultimate of that.
Capella, I believe.
That was how you form a team around James Harden.
Remember they even had like Pat Bev still being looking at in people's ear. Like, I think
Trevor Ariza on the wing. Like they had a squad.
Yeah. I think PJ Tucker was on that team, right?
PJ Tucker hitting corner 3. They had a really good squad, bro.
That was a fun team, and again, they should have gone that year. But again, it is what it is. But anyways, like speaking of modern day, I could see again. I agree with you. I don't think KD's like, all right, pack your bags.
Yeah,
go on to the Big North. Do that.
I mean, if he do. I need to see it. That's my thing. I wouldn't. If he does do it, like I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, why is he doing it? I'm just saying he doesn't strike me as that type of person.
I was even skeptical seeing him go to the Suns. I was like. I saw it. I was like, all right, like they got like Devin Booker and this and that, and obviously
when it came out, you were just like,
I was skeptical. Like, But he's also one of those guys that has always, I mean, with the exception of going to Brooklyn, but is still the little brother to the Knicks.
Yeah,
he's always played in like mid-market teams.
Yeah,
like Golden State's not a big. I mean, it's a lot of money because of like all the tech.
But it's not a big market. That's what I was kind of saying about Miami. It's like you know what I mean. Again, it's not Chicago, New York, LA. You know,
so
it's not
like
those.
One step down,
right? It's still a bigger market, but it's not those top 3 of markets. You know what I mean? So,
like it's again, like he's always even OKC. Well, OKC is a small market, but still, like he went there, and then that. But now the Suns is still. They've been interesting. I mean, I've heard talks about him going to Miami, but I feel like if Miami wasn't going to do it for Jimmy Butler, if they weren't going to do that, then I don't know.
And I also don't know the direction that Miami's trying to go with. Like, obviously they kept Hero, they keeping Bam, but like. Again, though, Shams was saying
I think Bam's underrated, man. I think Bam's. He's just
I like
been
Bam a lot.
He's solid.
I would like Bam.
I was watching something from not this past summer games, but the 2020, right? Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. Whenever they sent,
they were like, he's arguably the most talented guy on the team. Like he's like a point guard in a 7'1" body. Like they're like he has handles. Like he can do almost anything.
Somebody was just talking about them playing him one-on-one. Remember, it was Michael B. It was somebody that was saying, like, you don't understand, like, he's so underrated.
Yeah,
like,
for his talent. I mean, he's just a big man, so that's what he does. But if he needed to, like, it's just for how that team was constructed, that's just what they needed. And they had so many, like Gabe Vincent, like all those dudes out there that could shoot.
Right, exactly.
What's number 55's name? The guy that looks like
Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, like
Duncan
him
Robinson.
and Hero, like all those dudes. So they didn't really need him to do that. They didn't need him to stretch, and Jimmy obviously did all the dirty work, and he was the guy. But yeah, now that it's just him and Hero, and I do like the rookie they got. I forget his name. He's got like Hispanic last name.
Oh, Jaime Jaquez from UCLA.
I saw him play.
Yeah, he's good.
Over Christmas, I went to a game for like a half.
Oh, and they got Khalil Ware from he was started at Oregon and went to Indiana, big man center. He's gonna be good.
So again, really and that's what Pratt really does. He drafts well. He finds these guys. He always kind of, I don't want to say diamond in the rough. I mean, Hero went to UNC and like bam, it's Kentucky, but
or Hero went to Kentucky too.
Who?
Hero went to Kentucky.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But they both went to Kentucky. Right. Khalil Ware went to Indiana, ended up in Indiana. I know.
But he's good. I mean, that's what they do. They're good at developing people and stuff.
UCLA.
Yeah,
so,
that's what Pat Riley does. But
he
also,
he can
it'll be interesting to see how long he sticks around for too.
That's true. He's been talking about he could be at the end of it.
Yeah,
which is valid. I mean,
or just get into like strictly ownership and not being
and maybe promoting their exposure to that, and then them hiring a new coach potentially. I don't know.
I think Spo wants one more. I think
he definitely wants.
I think he wants to be like, I can win without LeBron and Wade.
But I'm saying I think they might coincide with Pat. Once he's done, I think they're gonna push it together, and then he's gonna bring Spoelstra up. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see him come to the Knicks, but he's not leaving Miami.
Dude, y'all have tried to interview so many coaches.
It's bad.
And everyone is saying no. But the funny part about it is somebody tweeted today, they said, hey, at New York Knicks, how about you try interviewing somebody that isn't currently
seriously
under contract with somebody else and maybe you'll get a call.
That's like telling your prom date, like, hey, like this isn't going to work, and then go into like 4 other kids who have hot girls, be like, hey, you want to go to prom? No, asshole. Like, I got a fucking date. What are you talking about?
Bro, all those comparisons have been killing me,
what are you talking about? Like, no, I'm going with Tim.
All those comparisons have been killing me, bro. They said, imagine.
No.
They said something like, imagine your wife is like openly flirting or something with someone in public for 2 weeks, and then y'all are about to like adopt a kid or something crazy like that. I said, bro, this shit is getting out of hand.
No, they're just, I don't know what they're thinking. And like, I was thinking about it, and I was watching something the other day, and someone brought up a good point when they were like, because James Dolan is he's an investor in the Sphere. Like that's his thing. So they're like, you kind of notice how like the timelines, like the last couple of years, the Knicks have been a functioning organization when he's been preoccupied.
Yeah.
Now he's back.
And because they were talking about that came from the Thibodeau thing came from him. He definitely said, fuck this. I'm firing
the fuck out. He likes big shiny things.
Yes.
He wants the Amari Stoudemire. Yes. He likes the Mellos. He wants the Jason Kidd.
He loved what Jeremy Lin was doing.
Linsanity was cool for about 2 weeks.
That's what everybody says. Bro.
What the fuck is Linsanity?
Jeremy Lin.
You don't remember Linsanity, bro?
He's this kid that went to Harvard.
Yeah.
He's this kid that went to Harvard. Obviously played basketball there. I don't even know. Was he undrafted? Pretty sure he was undrafted. And he came to the Knicks when they had Carmelo, Amare. Like they had a decent team. They were like lower 500. They went to the second round a couple times.
Did y'all's point guard get hurt?
I think it was Raymond Felton.
I was just finna say, wasn't it Felton? Because Felton got hurt,
or maybe Jason Kidd. He was a backup.
It was one of the. I think it was Felton, and Felton got hurt. Yeah, and then Jeremy Lin came in and just started going crazy. And this kid had like one of the best 10-day, 2-week runs where he was hitting game winners in the Garden, dropping 30,
beat the Lakers, I think, in the Staples Center. Like he had this crazy run. This is when Carmelo was still on the team, and everyone was trying to create this narrative. And Melo was like, dude, I don't hate the guy. Like, he's just getting more touches, and I just want to know what's going on. Like, he was like, we're winning games. Like, I'm not that dude that's going to be pissed off for us losing. I just want to know,
are we built? Like, what are we?
What are we doing?
What direction are we going?
Yeah,
that's going to be his team. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So then he just kind of faded out.
He faded. Then he wanted.
He took it. Remember, because he went to Houston.
His stock was
he
really
was on
high.
the Lakers for a little bit.
Oh, so he was like a boiler room stock. He was really hot, and then
he was. I want to say flash in the pan, but he kind of was.
Really
and then his stock was so high that he wanted money from the Knicks, and then other teams just.
Rockets,
money at him, and the Rockets threw him like a $70 million.
It was something. Yeah, it was like 4 years, 72 or something like that.
In NBA terms, doesn't sound like a lot for someone that was couch surfing off like teammates. And
he
stuff
was
like that.
literally living with his. Remember, he was living on his friend's couch.
Did he graduate from Harvard?
Yeah, he graduated, but he was just chasing his hoop dream. Like he wasn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? He wasn't.
He only had that Harvard degree to fall back on.
I think it was Landry Fields.
Yes, I think it was Landry Fields.
Yeah, because he went to Harvard too, I think.
Or he went to Stanford. But the Stanford Harvard thing, they kind of connected.
So he was living with him at the time. Then I think he was living with his brother and his wife. Like he was bouncing around until he got his contract.
Because he was in the G League for a little bit, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he actually played well, I believe, in the G League. That's why they brought him. Obviously, that was stupid. Because
he graduated and everything, but he was just trying to chase his dream. And when you in the G League, you're not making shit at all. You actually might as well go work at Walmart.
Yeah, unless you're Bronny or Mac.
Well, that's valid.
Or them, but
that's like legitimately, like if you one of those dudes with no name and you might as well go work at Walmart.
How much?
Yeah, he had this crazy. I mean, which is so. When you think about it,
he was a marketing wet dream, is what he basically was.
The media ate him up. Like the Post and the Times loved him.
Did you ever hear the Kobe story? So Jeff Teague told the story. So
I love Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague was talking about. Funny. He was telling the story about how he almost got traded to the Lakers. That they was interested in him. And Kobe, got Kobe involved. Kobe's like, and he Jeff said Kobe, but it was either at a game.
Oh yeah, but he was like Kobe was like T.
With talking about Jeremy Lin, he pointed at Jeremy Lin. He said, "You left me with this shit, T." Because Jeff T said he didn't want to go because it was just too much pressure, and he was like, "I'm not gonna be the reason, the person that they blame if we're not winning and shit," which is valid. Some guys it's not for them. And so he said, Kobe went up to over there at the game, say, "You left me with this shit, T. You left me with this shit." Talking about Jeremy Lin and pointed right. He said he pointed right at him.
He was like
in front of him, standing right by him. He's like, "You left me with this shit, bro."
He's like, "Can I sit next to you on the bus?" He's like, "Fuck no,
get the fuck out of here, fucking nerd."
You remember the other story, Lou?
Be gone from me,
nerd.
You remember the other story Lou Will told when they was playing terrible against like Portland or somebody, and they was wearing his shoes, and Kobe said, "No, y'all take all that shit off. Y'all not wearing my shoes playing. Like, take that shit off."
Dude, Jeff Teague might be the funniest person in like NBA media right now.
Is hilarious, bro. They on a run.
He was on the Bucks when they won, and they were like down 0-2, and he was like, "Yo, I'm packing up."
He said, "I'm packing my shit up."
He packed up his apartment. They ended up winning the next 4 games, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
He said when Kyrie got hurt, he said everybody looked at each other like, oh shit. He said I'm gonna have to go start taking some shit out my truck. He said I might have to grab some extra clothes. I might be here a little bit
longer. And he said he was pissed too. He's like, I wanted to go home.
He said he was ready. He was literally packed his truck and was ready to go home.
He wasn't metaphorically did it.
He was ready to go home.
No, he did because I forget who it was. I think it was PJ Tucker, one of the guys.
Yeah, it was PJ Tucker. It was PJ Tucker.
Same building, and he was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "You better unpack."
It was
he saw all his boxes and stuff.
It was PJ Tucker. Remember, because remember PJ was talking about how Jeff wouldn't let him come to his apartment because he was like, "I'm living in my half-a-bedroom apartment in Milwaukee."
And he talked about how shitty the Bucks parade was. He's like, dude,
he went home after the game, and B Hen them the people with his podcast was like, he pulled up the same night and hopped on 2K. They was like, "What are you doing at home? Like, you supposed to be at the parade. You supposed to be celebrating." He said, "Bro, we ain't do nothing," which they didn't because it's Giannis, bro. Giannis wasn't gonna do shit, but. It was crazy.
He was like, dude, it was the weakest fucking celebration ever. He's like, we had like a bottle of champagne in the locker room, and he was like, I'm going home.
I'm going home.
It's like going to a birthday where the guy's now sober, and you're like, we got soda and Cheetos. You're like, awesome. Yeah, no.
There's pizza too. But anyways, about the Jeremy Lin thing. So he ended up going to Houston, and he bounced around. He went to LA for a minute, but he never was quite the same when he was in New York. And then he ended up getting a ring with the Raptors, I believe, just from sitting on the bench.
Now he's just collecting.
Oh yeah, I mean $70 million is or whatever the contract was, but it was something pretty good. Yeah, I mean he did good for himself just for having a great 3 weeks. There's a 30 for 30 on it called Linsanity or something like that.
Okay, we're gonna watch that when we get back. I fucking love 30s.
I mean it's good, but again he just had game winners and step backs, and he was just playing out of his mind.
So he just kind of had like right place, right time. Everything was working.
I think it was a perfect system. I think the right person was out, and they let him handle the ball. Where the other teams
he pulled a Romo.
Kind of, but the other teams he went to the Rockets with Harden and Dwight Howard. Then he went to the Lakers with Kobe. So like they didn't need him to control the ball. So it just wasn't his thing.
Yeah,
right. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not like a broken record, but I mean, crazy how the world works.
I mean, just if you got 70 mil, just capitalize. You're
average 23 for 3 weeks, and
hey man,
that's a good stat.
And cashed in.
Yeah. You can say like, dude, I was batting 750.
Yeah, he bounced around. I think he ended up playing for like 5 or 6 teams. He's around.
Whatever, he's still getting paid.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing.
So, So we got all, man, there was a lot going on. That was a good little stretch.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely hit a lot there.
So what was going on? And I messaged you about this last night, Trey. With the new college, the portal.
Oh, so
because I was just looking because the most highest traffic that's being searched on YouTube right now, and yes,
that's just like a general thing. It's just
that's it's a very high search.
Well, right now there's nothing for football. The window's closed for football, but you got the college baseball portal right now. There's nothing really portal wise to talk about other than like.
But didn't they just come up with something that
they had the house? They had the house settlement, which is the schools have a certain allotment now of NIL money to spend.
So, but wasn't there something that's going on where basically, from what I heard, it was like college football is now becoming pro football when it just comes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they actually kind of added a salary cap, and you have a certain amount of spending.
General manager now.
Yeah, they got. Teams have been doing general managers that kind of. They just adopting more pro sort of things, which is good, especially for the players, because a lot of it is just the scheduling in terms of how much you're actually working out and practicing and stuff.
Right.
They're trying to align it to fit more the pro schedule, because like with spring practice, and then you have a little bit of a break, and then you have summer workouts, and you have a little bit of break, then you come back to school, and then you have fall camp. Like with the NFL, all this stuff starts to flow all at once. Remember, like you got the rookie stuff that starts, and then you got OTAs, and then you have like all that stuff literally just flows all in one. Yeah. So they're trying to cut out all the little, like, not breaks per se, but just trying to make it flow a little bit better than what it is.
So just basically turning it into a machine.
Essentially.
Yeah, but don't you need breaks?
Well, no, you're gonna still get breaks, but I'm saying like
it's like keep everybody fresh.
Yeah, they're trying to condense some. Like you're not even gonna you're not gonna get as big a break in between certain things, but also when certain things are going on, you're not gonna have to practice.
So it's just like having year-round school.
Well, no.
Remember, but that's the way. Remember, like kids who would do like year-round. They would get
my cousins did it.
Yeah, so you're not overloaded.
Because can't you help? Didn't people do that to graduate early?
You could, but like schools, like it started out west because my mom's side of the family, they moved up to Vegas. So my cousins would go to school year round, and they'd get like little increments of like 3 weeks, 4, whatever the case may be. And obviously like the regular holidays and stuff, but they'd like go to school through the summer, then they'd have time off. But you graduate quicker.
Yeah. That's fine.
It's not so bad. I wish.
Well, no,
I liked having summer break, but it makes sense. Like just that.
Because those breaks did feel long too. Like when you'd go like through Christmas, then like that was that, and then like the next one was so long. Like I'd rather just have it broken up.
No, because it was nice, but where we went to high school, because we had 2 spring breaks, so that's why we had trimesters, not semesters. So because we would go our our fall exams would have so we would have exams before Thanksgiving. We didn't have to have it before Christmas, and then we would have our spring break, and then the Heritage was going on, and they needed our parking lot, so we got that whole week off of or Easter break is what they called it. Yeah,
that's right.
It was awesome.
That's actually
half days every Friday, man. It was tough to beat.
It was amazing
because our football, where our football field was, we lived in a community called Sea Pines, and it was all residential around the field and the school. So we couldn't have night games because the residents would complain about the lights on Friday nights. So we'd have to start the games at like 4.
And the
games would be done by like 6, 7 ish.
Yeah. If we had to travel because the divisions, we have to go up to Charleston, Ridgeland. So you needed travel time. So
even we had half days every Friday, man. It was awesome. Even when football season was over, it was done.
But I think also another thing with the portal for football, especially, they're trying to also. So with that condensing, they're trying to do 1 portal window versus 2. Okay. So right now they do 1 in the fall, like I one in the winter after the season, and then they do 1 in the spring. So they're trying to just condense it to 1 in the spring after the season, after like in January when the season concludes.
Okay, I got you. So I see what you mean.
Yeah, but there's just a lot of condensing and stuff going on. But the portal in general is always a hot topic just because you have so many, you just have so much going on. So many names are in there. Like, it's just one of those things. It's a lot that goes into it and goes on. But it's definitely moving in a direction. I wouldn't say necessarily if it's right or wrong, but
so I got a question because you're the sports guys. Now I don't know. Not saying you guys are experts on the WNBA.
I do.
But for some reason on my Instagram feed, all these memes and videos about Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Just because she just misses
So this is what happened.
Everything. Yeah. So what?
I'll give you cliff notes essentially of her. So I forget where. I think she went to Maryland and transferred to LSU, but I could be wrong. But
that was Angel Reese.
That's what he said.
Oh, you talking about Angel Reese?
She came from Maryland, right?
Yeah. She was in Maryland.
Is
her brother, I believe, plays for
Maryland. Yeah.
So anyway, so she transferred to LSU, and this was her senior year and Caitlin Clark's junior year, and that was like when Caitlin Clark really became like the face of women's and college basketball and stuff. They met in the finals, or I'm sorry, let me backtrack. In the Final Four, Caitlin Clark did this thing like you can't see me.
Yeah,
right.
To one of the
South
teams
Carolina.
She was playing. Is that what it was?
South Carolina.
But she apparently was doing it like to her trainer, like it was an inside joke. So people thought that she was like celebrating, flexing stuff to the team. Go to the finals, NCAA finals, and they play LSU and Angel Reese's team, and they're the two biggest names because she had a big year too.
Yeah, she was on SNL even.
Angel Reese?
No, not Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, no.
Angel, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then LSU beat them, and like with the seconds winding down, she did this to Caitlin Clark, like mocking her, and then she started pointing to her finger like she's getting a ring and stuff like that.
But Angel Reese said she was doing it because of Caitlin doing it to South Carolina. She said like it was an SEC thing because they're like LSU and South Carolina.
So that's where like the thing started, and then
I don't even really.
Or the media brought like
took
attention
it into
to it and
where
stuff.
I don't think they actually. I don't think they actually give.
They're trying to make them like the women's Bird and Magic.
Yeah, like a rivalry.
So they both played the finals, one won, one lost. They both went. They're black and white, but they're two totally different types of players.
Yeah, exactly.
But like everything that I've seen, this is again, I don't know. But Angel doesn't seem okay. Sorry,
so I'm getting to it. Sorry. So and then last year, because they both got drafted in the same. They got drafted together. Caitlin Clark, obviously number one. I forget where Angel Reese got drafted, but she went to the Chicago Sky. I think so too.
4 or 5.
How could you guys know that? It's impressive.
But I mean, she was one of the top players.
That's what I'm saying.
She played great.
It's crazy. It's crazy because their high school recruiting class, they were all top 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was her, Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, and who else was in that class? They had one more girl that was literally all 4 of them hit. The top. Cameron Brink. Okay. The top 4, all of them hit in college. It was crazy.
Okay.
All of them hit. It was nuts.
And I think Paige is going to be good too.
Oh, Paige is going to be a monster.
I knew about her before she went to UConn because they did this whole thing on her on SportsCenter. And I was like, this blonde.
And then remember that one guy that tweeted, this is the best 6th grade point guard, women's point guard I've ever seen.
She didn't tear her ACL last year.
No, literally, he said it when she was in 6th grade. Took a picture of it and said, this is the best 6th grade women's point guard I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, she tore her ACL, I think her sophomore year, so she was out and then she came back, and they won last year, but she's going to be solid too. But anyway, so when Caitlin Clark was getting all this media coverage and all the limelight was on her last year, Angel Reese did this, I don't know if it was post-game or like before practice, after practice, but she said, I want everybody to know there's a reason that everyone's talking about women's basketball. It's not just because of one person, it's because of me too. And everyone was like, okay, like really? Kind of yes and no. Like, yes, like you're a part of like the new age and stuff, but you're not Caitlin Clark. Like if you watch their games, Angel Reese is like double dribbling down the court. I think she's got the lowest field goal percentage in the league right now.
Yeah,
like it's really
tough shots.
She's having but she's also in a bad situation. Like the Chicago team is not. They have a lot of bigs.
It wasn't the team that won the championship.
They're not developing from what I've seen. But at the same time, I mean, a low field goal percentage when you're a post player is not like you're supposed to be like.
We know Caitlin Clark is the main draw. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things.
But she's the new breed. Like her and Paige are doing stuff that I've only seen Maya Moore and Taurasi were doing that. Like they're doing step backs and everything.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
It's just
like you're
evolution.
saying that it's like going to SNL in the 90s saying that you're going to go see Daryl Hammond and Will Ferrell's there.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, again, she is good. Like she's at the same time, she's the first person to have 500 points and 500 rebounds, or the fastest to it, I believe.
Yeah.
So she's good, but she's not. It's just that she was paired with her. They played together in the college championship.
You kind of keep
same draft
like this, yeah.
It's a little bit of the race thing too. Like it's black and white.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
They've beefed a little bit. Like Caitlin Clark gave her. It wasn't a bad foul. It shouldn't have been.
Man, that was a regular ass.
She went for the ball. She gave her. She just went for her to give her a foul. So like you stop the person from getting a layup, so they go shoot 2 free throws.
So that makes sense why
she kind of flung herself a little bit.
That was a regular ass foul. I wouldn't even say it was a hard foul. It was a regular ass foul, bro.
But I think behind the curtains, they're probably like cool with each other. Like, let's keep this going. Let's for both our brands.
Bro, you're making too much money off of it.
You think there's kayfabe going on?
I mean,
maybe
there was a lot of.
I would just be like, hey,
a lot of beefs that people think was really beefs was played up a lot behind the scenes, bro.
But like I think Angel Reese is fine. Like whatever. The only thing, and again, so over the summer she said some stuff that's just like hard to like. You want to root for her, but she just says stuff where she's like. And mind you, she's only 1 year in the league.
Right.
It was like, dude,
and she said, if we don't, we want to get paid what we're due, or we're going to sit out.
Dude,
the WNBA has never made a profit.
And it's one of those things. Remember, because, the NBA's had to subsidize them for a little bit.
Yeah, and they were like, well, we want to.
And it's getting better. It's getting better. But they're not at a point now where she can be saying stuff like that, which, again, I still continue to watch and support. So as long as we keep doing that, it'll get better. But just as of right now where things stand, she can't say shit like that. She's
just unnecessarily putting a bullet or putting a bullseye on her back.
It's like, dude, you're the rookie. Yeah. You don't have any right.
Well, that's what not even that, but it's not like she. Again, like if you're gonna say that kind of stuff and then you come in and have this kind of season, like it's just she's not making herself. She's making it easy for the media just to go after her. Right. It's not fair. I mean, she's 22. Like I get it, 23, but at the same time, you kind of know what you signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're on the biggest stage playing for national championship. You won one.
Oh, that's why teams.
You beat the best player, arguably, or maybe will be ever. And so she's got that. Like she can say that. Like she has beat her, but now she's just.
Like, okay, you did. So what's next?
What's next?
And I get where she would have a chip on her shoulder too, because she wasn't getting as much as like they'd be like, oh, Caitlin didn't have a good game, that's why they this and that. She's like, no, like we beat them. Like she played great in the game, but at the same time, it's just she's not getting as much
consistently.
Yeah, and then it's easy to say, oh well, it's the race thing. Like she's white, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
I don't think it's that.
I think I knew something about when everybody at my other job loves Caitlin Clark.
I think there's less.
There it is.
And I could be wrong. I'd be interested about the stat. I wonder what the percentage is compared to white athletes in the NBA to the WNBA. I feel like it's probably more in the NBA.
What about it?
Yeah, for sure.
Like thinking about it,
just thinking about it,
especially over the past 5-7 years of the hell, like all the Euros.
All the years, I was just gonna say for sure more white people in the NBA than the W for sure. Way more.
As soon as I said that, I was thinking I feel like the WNBA is way more black.
Because I know back in obviously because I think the WNBA is at a point where the NBA was in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, where you was white, you had to be really, really cold.
Yeah.
You had to be really, really cold. Dude, obviously, there was a lot of dudes. There was the Bill Winningtons and stuff like that, and then the Luke Longs that was on the Bulls, when Jordan, the cool coaches, the Jason Williams, those types, bro. You had to be nice to get to the league back then. If you wasn't, if you was white, you had to be nice, bro.
Mike Bibby, whatever the hell he was.
That's what I'm saying. You had to be Steve. Now you had to be nice, bro. Now I think the W is at that point right now where it is a lot more black people, but as more and more white people come or more white girls come into it, it's because Cameron Brinkcode, obviously Paige Beckers, Caitlin, you obviously had Taurasi and Sue Bird in them to start the beginning, but before, remember, it was all Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Swoops, Tina Charles, all of them, and so now it's you getting up there, you're getting a little more sort of representation. So
it's definitely gonna be interesting moving forward. I mean, it's definitely an exciting time for the WNBA. Yeah. They have all these. And then, what's her name? The girl that from USC that just hurt her knee.
Oh, Juju.
She's coming.
Yeah,
she's going to be.
Juju.
She's going to be a problem for everybody.
Juju hoop just like a dude, bro.
The NBA or the WNBA is going to be really fun to watch in the next
like you said,
3 to 5
evolution,
years,
bro. It just was going to take. It just took the patience for that evolution to catch up.
Because now, they always had stars, but I feel like they're having women now that can take at the end of the game, you can watch them do ISO and stuff like that. Where a lot of the time, WNBA was always we're going to run a scheme and this
pass
and that.
And cut. You getting away from that more so now.
Getting Caitlin Clark and Paige, and then
you getting more athletic and a more excitement. And now they're also capitalizing on what a lot of people just their looks and stuff. Showing up pregame wardrobe, all that sort of stuff. They're capitalizing.
6'5", that's Steph Curry's god niece or something like that. I forgot her name. Kevin Durant was checking her out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's a good looking girl. It's going to be really interesting to see how it moves along. But again, they have the storylines, and it would only be so much better if Angel Reese, again, I think she's just having a slump. I think she's just getting in her head too much, but the public does like her. I mean, little girls, she's got her own shoe. Mm-hmm. She's on the Reese's cereal thing.
Yeah.
She's
got
money.
endorsements. Yeah,
she's got a podcast.
Man, that's a match made in heaven.
No, she's got endorsements.
She's got a podcast. I think she does some modeling and stuff.
Yeah, she's got endorsements.
Well, I mean, she's got a successful podcast.
Yeah. So the Reese's thing, that's beautiful. That's like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, exactly. But then people are clowning her and stuff because they're people are taking the cereal and missing the bowl. They're Reese cereal.
So she's shooting 38% from the field.
Yeah, so people are being a little harsh, but at the same time, again, I think she'll be fine. I think she just said some stuff that kind of just dug her in a little bit of a hole. Yeah,
and
that's all it is. It'll pass.
But it happens to people all the time.
It'll pass.
Also, tonight we got Game 4, Edmonton, Florida.
Yeah.
NHL got the cup.
Oh, yeah. What's wrapping up with that?
Well, I was going to say, we got the cup because it's actually tonight. Obviously, tomorrow, Game 4 of the finals. But tonight, Stanley Cup. Edmonton at Florida. Florida did go up 2-1 after winning on Tuesday night. So we'll see if Edmonton can tie the series back up. Still a home game. And
yeah, like you guys were saying before the show, we don't want like two Southern teams. We don't want a back-to-back.
I have a random question about hockey that I'm kind of mad at myself that I don't know, and I meant to look this up, and I'm hoping you know.
Yeah.
So the Rangers just traded Chris Kreider, I believe is his name, to the Ducks today. Mm-hmm. Why doesn't the NBA have the same rules as NHL where you can do in-season or do trades like that in the postseason before the season's over? You know the answer to that? I'm just curious.
I don't. And I've never thought about that.
Me neither.
So why doesn't the NBA do what?
Why doesn't the NBA have, like, past the trade deadline still, like, again, like I just said, like the Rangers just traded a guy to the Ducks while the Cup's going on. Where, for example, to make a comparison, like they're saying that Kevin Durant trade is probably already done to the Spurs, but they can't announce it yet until the draft. So that's what I'm curious about.
Is it because, well, when does the league, because that has to do with, like, a lot of times with like NBA, it's like the league calendar, I think. The league year, has to start, like, because it ends in
because like technically NFL's it ends like March 1st, right? There's like
something like that, like, and it might be because in hockey maybe their league year starts while the playoffs are going, like it ends while all the playoffs are going on and starts at the same time. I mean, I never thought about that though.
So what I'm reading is that it's because of competitive fairness. So if teams eliminated, so preventing trades during the finals ensures teams competing for the championship cannot alter their rosters mid-series, which could give unfair advantages or disrupt competitive balance. It also keeps the focus on the games other than off-the-court transactions, contract player restrictions. But teams eliminated from playoffs can trade.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like this time of the year, there's only 2 teams playing.
So everybody else can trade.
In the NHL, yeah. But I'm saying I wonder why.
Saying in the NBA,
no, you can't.
Teams that have been eliminated from the playoffs can begin making trades immediately after their elimination, even while the finals are ongoing. However, teams still in the playoffs must wait.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Because obviously, if you're not in the playoffs anymore,
that does make sense then.
You might need more help than, or theoretically, you need more help than the other.
But the Suns and the Spurs weren't. Or are they counting the plan? Are they counting the plan then? Because the Suns, I don't think the Suns made it.
The Suns did not make it.
Neither the Spurs.
Well, again, maybe that's why it's done, but obviously it can't go through to the league yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. I get, but like that's what I'm saying. The NHL already announced this trade today, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm curious about.
I'm guessing maybe they just don't give a fuck. I don't know.
Yeah. NHL's like, look, man, we know all the headlines we can get.
Yeah,
like, just take it.
We just gonna put this out so y'all know what's going on, and we're gonna leave it at that. Like, we're not finna keep.
Because the Rangers already posted an announcement, like saying thank you on Instagram.
Right, like we're not finna wait for these motherfuckers to finish. We did this already. It's good.
Yeah. So for the NHL, it says that the post-deadline trades are typically made by teams that have already been eliminated from the playoffs as they prepare for the upcoming draft. Playoff teams can technically make trades during their playoff run, but any new players acquired would not be able to join the roster for that current postseason. Why the NHL does this? The NHL system is designed so that the playoff rosters are set, cannot be altered with new eligible players after the deadline.
Well, I guess that's what I'm saying too. So maybe I shouldn't even compare it to the NBA because the NFL has a trade deadline, and so does baseball too. So I guess I should say, why is NHL the exception? What they have some thing in their league?
Because don't they technically have a trade or don't they have a trade deadline too?
I thought so. That's why I've been following hockey my entire life. So that's why I can't remember the last time I saw this.
Is March. It's in March.
Okay.
Usually.
I don't know.
But that's like in the season. Whatever, man. I'll look it up later.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I'll call my people.
I got 9 sources that I just searched. But okay. All right, guys. This was solid all the way the fuck around. So there was about 90% of it I had no idea what the fuck you were talking about. Hey. That's why Matt's here to help you.
Exactly.
You know, this is the sports band. We are trending up, okay?
I'm just saying. I was trying to tell you. That's why I said you had to be ready and in position before we started.
Yeah. So, I appreciate for being part of it, but this is always going to be our baby, Trey. and Matt's this is our little 3. What was it?
I'm just the cuck.
3 men and the baby.
The cuck is.
We're doing like a 3 men and the baby thing.
I had to sit here and chime in.
I'm
the chime inner now. You're the part of it. So
doing so good.
Hell yeah. You're doing so good.
Just put your mic closer, okay?
It's really nice lighting.
Yo.
All right, so I don't know of a better way to end it on that. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Already.